What is up, everybody? It is Master Rolf here. Welcome back to a brand new Clash of Clans video. Today we're going to be going over the age-old question that is, giants or golems? Now, you guys have been asking me this loads in the comment section recently, and I actually haven't gone and looked into it, and actually I don't personally know what is best, giants or golem. I seem to use them for different things, but let's have a look and see how they differ and see which one is probably best for you guys to use. As a go wipe, for example, we always use golems, but maybe it should be called a gi wipe or something to see if the giants are better. Let's go through the statistics to start off with and have a look. So, first up is the giants. So, the giants take up 5 housing spaces, where the golems take 30, so you can have 6 giants to 1 golem. That's kind of the statistics we're looking at here. And if you look at the damage, you're getting about 43 per second from a giant, and you're getting about 46 per second from a golem, but you've got to times the giant by 6. So you're basically going to be getting 6 times the amount of power that the golem has. As far as hit points go, the golem has 5,500 and the giants have 940. But obviously, again, times that by 6, you're going to be getting around the 6,000 odd mark. So it is actually going to be a little bit more efficient in health-wise, in attack-wise. The giants are the ones that stand out. But, of course, once one of them drops, if you get a multi-target Inferno Tower, they're all going to be hit and they're all going to lose health together, whereas the Golem is only going to lose its own health. And then the Golem also splits into Golemites, which have their own health. So let's have a quick look at that. The Golem actually splits into Golemites, which do 9 damage per second and have 100 hit points each. So you have 2 of them, which is 200 hit points. So you've got to bear that in mind. They're very, very equal, except for the damage that the giants do is a lot stronger. But obviously, you only need 1 golem, whereas you need a lot of giants. The giants can be thrown off by spring traps, the golems can't. So you kind of like putting them in together. This is how Supercell balanced the game very, very well. So the training cost is 600 Dark Elixir for the Golem, which is a lot of Dark Elixir. That's a lot of Dark Elixir. And the Giants are 3,000 Elixir, which isn't too bad, to be totally honest. But the biggest thing that I notice here is that the Giants only take 2 minutes each, which means if you have to, the time it takes for them to do 1 golem is 45 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 45 minutes, and you could do 6 giants in 12 minutes. That's so much better. Like, the time there is so much different. They walk at the exact same speed, which is 12 movement speed, and they all go for defenses, and they are single target. They only hit one thing, and they're ground troops. So in that way, they're very similar. So far, the giant is definitely the overall winner if you were looking at them from a clearly statistical point of view. It's all about the giants. But let's go put them in a raid. So what we've done here is we're going to do the same raid. We've got 18 giants, which is the equivalent of 3 golems. We've got 15 wizards, 7 witches, and 6 archers. These will work well because they will sit behind the giants and golems and push forward, and we'll see what is technically better as a raid. So what we're going to do is we're going to go onto a map. We're actually going to go onto the kitchen sink map. So let's go and have a look at that. We're going to do a single player map so that we can throw them both in at the same time. Alright, so we're going to start this off and we're going to throw them in, and we're actually going to throw them in here by the air defense down at the bottom. This way that we'll be able to see how much damage they soak up from the wizard tower, the archers, and the cannons. So let's spawn these in. We'll spawn them in a line, let them go forward a little bit so they take out the air defense, which is what they're going to go for first because it's a defense. And then we'll throw in our troops behind that, and let's see how well this works. So the wizards obviously get a bit close, maybe a little bit too close, but we should be fine to spawn them up. We have got the Clan Castle troops, but I'm not going to use that just for fairness sake. So as you can see, the giants now have all kind of gone left, except for one that's gone to the right. They're working as a good distraction. Since there's so many of them as well, it's more of a chance that there'll be a distraction than just like 1 golem. So you've got to bear that in mind as well. So they're pushing around the left-hand side, but you can also see here the wizard does a lot of damage to them. Obviously, because the wizard does splash damage, it does a lot of damage. There's a giant going around the outside, destroying some Teslas. We've still got quite a lot of them left, and they've done pretty well, to be fair. But that's probably because the troops that we've brought with them are really, really good. But they have worked well as a meat shield. They haven't, they haven't died. All of them haven't just died all of a sudden. They're still alive, and they've done a lot of damage. They've actually gone through and taken out lots of buildings by themselves. So overall, so far, that's very impressive from the Giants. Very few of them died. They worked really well as a meat shield. Now what we're going to do is the exact same raid with the golems and see how much better or how much worse that is. So first of all, we need to spawn up our wizards. We had 15 wizards. We had 6 archers. We had 7 witches. I think we had 7 witches. And then we had 3 golems. I'm missing something here. Maybe we're missing some wizards. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, sweet. So, now we've got the same raid, but this time we have got the 3 golems instead of the 3. Actually, we've got 1 less witch and 3 more wizards, I think. But it's not a big issue. It's pretty much the same. So, let's go back onto kitchen sink and see how this works with the golems. So, we're going to spawn them out in the exact same space. We're going to spawn them out like we did. 3 of them, and first of all, we'll notice how slowly they destroy these. So instantly, they are taking a lot more damage, and they're losing a lot more health, because obviously they take a lot more time to destroy this defense. And they're also now going for... So they're going for the walls. We're not going to spawn them out yet until that first layer is done. There we go. Now we can spawn them out like we did last time. Alright. Out they go. Let's see how this goes. So the golems are punching through the walls. Again, they're going to be slower to punch through the walls because they've got less damage. But they have started to go forward. They are getting hits. Now, these golems are actually going around the outside, which is kind of weird. Hopefully, they'll cut in. But they'll obviously go for the Teslas. But as you can see, 2 have gone onto the right-hand side. 1 has gone onto the left. Now, this is good and bad, I guess you would say. The reason this is bad is that there's not much... There's only 1 gone to the left. So it's more likely that this wizard tower or this archer tower, as you can see here, is actually shooting our troops rather than the golems. The giants had already penetrated through there and were already rocking their way through. But you can see that we've actually lost a lot more troops using the golems than we did the giants. Now I know a lot of people are going to say we always use golems in Go Wee Wee and stuff like that and Go Wipe. It did work well. But in that raid, in that specific example, I've got to say the Giants worked a lot better. So tell me what you guys think. What is better for as a defense or as a meat shield, the Giants or the Golems? I like to play around with both. I feel when I go and attack higher levels, I go with the Golems. When I go slightly lower levels, I go with the Giants because there's more of them and they do more damage at a quicker rate. So let me know in the comment section down below. I know this is always a big topic of debate, and I'd love to have a really flourishing chat comment section all about the Giants versus the Golems. Hit like on the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.